Hello and welcome to my channel Unusual Creates. Today I'm going to share how I made this fabric storage bin with a lid using a normal cardboard box and of course some fabric. We all order in things from all these online stores and mostly end up either throwing away these boxes or simply using them as they are for storing stuff. But by using a pretty fabric covering for these simple cardboard boxes, you can give them a new life by making them more presentable. But before I go further into the details, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and have turned on your notifications by clicking on that bell icon next to it so that you're always updated on when I post my next video. Now, without further ado, let's start creating. I'm starting by cutting off the opening flaps of this box by using a normal kitchen knife, and I'm going to save it to make a separate sheet for the bottom of my box. Make sure that you cover all the rough edges using a tape. Here I'm using a painter's tape. You can use any kind of tape. Note the length, width and height of the box. We will need it when we are cutting the cloth piece. Next, I'm going to make 2 holes on either sides of this box so that we can insert rope pieces to create a handle part for the box. For making these holes, make sure that you measure and find the center and make the hole in the place where you want your ropes to go. Next, I covered the inside of the box with a white cloth. Just measure the side of your box and cut your cloth piece accordingly. I'm using a hot glue gun for sticking the cloth pieces with the box. You can use a fabric glue or spray glue, but I didn't have those, so I'm using my trusted glue gun. I would agree that using a glue gun to stick cloth is somewhat challenging, especially it can create a bump where you're using the hot glue. So the trick that worked for me was A. Work in sections, and B. Press the glue as soon as you have stuck the fabric on the box. This pressing will distribute the glue and avoid any bumps and bulging. Now to explain how I'm going to measure and cut the outer fabric so that we get that seamless fit, I'm going to use a small schematic. Imagine this as the piece of cloth that we will use to cover the box. My box has a length of 18.5 inches, width as 12.5 inches and height as 8.5 inches. So when I'm cutting my fabric, I'm going to leave 1 inch from all the bottom corners of the box. I'm leaving this extra length so that we can get a seamless cover, especially when we are covering the corners. If you make the exact cut of fabric as the dimensions of your box, you will not be able to get a clean finish. We are going to cut all around these dotted lines. Please remember to make a slit at the corners as well. When you are starting to glue the outer fabric on the box, start with the shorter ends and work your way around the box, going either clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Because you have made your cuts 1 inch away from the box, you will get some extra fabric around the edges which you can wrap around on the sides. A tip for getting a cleaner finish is that fold all your fabric ends which are going to be visible. This will give the final result a more store-bought look. Next, I made holes through the cloth too. making sure that they were big enough to get these metallic grommets passed through. These you can easily find in any art and craft stores or on Amazon. Finish by measuring and cutting your rope pieces and pass them through these holes to get your handles for the box for easy lifting. I have used cotton rope here for making these handles. Once we are done with the handles, we will move on to making the bottom part of the box, for which I am joining the flap pieces together that we had saved from before by using a tape. Next, cover this newly made surface using your fabric. To make a lid for this box, I am using a lid from another box which was obviously way bigger than the one that I'm currently using. So I'm cutting off the extra length and going to use some leftover cardboard pieces to join into this lid to create a lip kind of structure which will fit this box seamlessly. Once I'm satisfied by the look of the lid, I ended up covering it with some fabric again. Follow the same rules of measurement for the lid too as we did for the box for a cleaner finish. And there you have it, your very own decorative, organizing fabric box with a lid and a pair of handles. This DIY is quite quick to do, and honestly I felt that with a little bit of adult supervision, even kids can make these boxes. Just a heads up, make sure that the fabric that you use is not too thin so that you do not see through the brown paper of the box, and also make sure that your fabric is free from any wrinkles and folds. These boxes are quite a rage these days and are pretty handy for storing a number of things like toys, blankets and sheets, indoor games, stationery, or anything that you can think of putting in it. You can keep these boxes in shelves or simply leave them on the floor. In the market, these boxes can cost anywhere between $10 to $60 and sometimes even more. But when you make them yourselves, it costs you way less. I made mine in $8. Let me know what you think of this quick and easy DIY organizing box. If you liked it, then please smash that like button and don't forget to comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to click that little bell icon next to it so that you get regular updates on when I post my future videos. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you soon with a new DIY project. Till then, take care and stay safe.